What's going on, everyone? Realtor Tim Petitti here, and you've clicked on this video because you or someone you know wasn't able to get their home sold in 2024. Today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why that could have been, and if you guys enjoy this kind of content, definitely make sure to subscribe, and let's not waste any more time and get into the video. So the first one is going to be the most obvious, and you're going to see this on any video that you end up watching, and that is going to be a price and condition. Does the price of your house match the condition of your house? What comps did you end up pulling, and are you priced at the comp that's fully renovated, or are you priced at the comp that has some upgrades and it's closer to your house? Does the price of your home match where it should be? Number 2 is going to be your listing agent really dropped the ball in terms of marketing, in terms of bad pictures, in terms of zero follow-up with showing. Guys, if your listing agent is coming to your house with a camera going like this to take a picture of the bathroom, they are doing you a disservice. 80-90% of your buyers are going to see your house first online. You need it to look as good as it possibly can. So if they're taking pictures like this and it's crooked, you're gonna end up having less showings. And if you have less showings, you have a smaller buyer pool. Smaller buyer pool means you have less negotiating power. That same agent is more than likely going to spend $0 on marketing your property outside of maybe one Canva picture that is just listed for their personal Facebook that isn't really going to get out to the masses. And again, zero follow-up on showings. Guys, this is the worst, and I have a great story for this one. So recently I was looking at houses with a buyer. We found a house that they somewhat liked, but rates had just jumped when they looked at this house. We sent some feedback saying, hey, rates just went up, but we can't do the price at X, but we would look at it at Y. That agent never got back to me, and in 2 weeks ended up lowering her price lower than what our Y was, and still never got back to me on that price. Buyer ended up buying another house in that time frame. So it is what it is, but it's just a huge disservice to their seller. Number 3 is going to be timing. Did you list your house during the holidays? Was this late November or late December when you decided to list your house? It could also be seasonality in some other states that are going to have a heavier winter month. But during these times, it's important to have a strategy. We listed a few houses in last November, last December, with the strategy of knowing that not all of them will sell, and having the sellers understand that they might not sell and we might have to relist mid to late January. And guess what? That did happen on a few of our properties, and they have since sold in mid to late January or going into February. It's just all about strategy when it comes to when you list. And when you list during holidays or later in the year, people are in a more wait mode. Typically your buyers are going to be looking for houses in spring and summertime, and that is when you are going to have a bigger buyer pool. Another thing to consider is, did rates end up going up? I believe it was last October, November when rates went up to about 8%, guys, and in that time your house more than likely sat because a lot of buyers freaked out. They paused. They wanted to see if the market was going to crash, if all hell was going to break loose. That didn't end up happening, but what they could afford changed drastically from when it was even at 6%. And then finally, for anyone that is considering selling in 2024, don't forget that this is an election year. Do not wait till later in the year to list your house because it is more than likely going to sit. Do not get me wrong, there is never a time in the market where a house is not selling. But when you're not able to advertise the house to your biggest buyer pool, that leads to more negotiating power in the buyer's hands. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you're looking to sell, you might want to beat that pre-election spell where everyone's just waiting and seeing. They want to see who gets elected before they make any life decisions. If you guys found this video helpful, it would mean the world to me if you hit that subscribe button and like button down below, and I will see you in the next one.